Hello, ladies and gentlemen. One of the best chess openings for black is the Sicilian defense against e4, against the king's pawn. Every top player in the world has used this from the black side, but how can you use it? I mean, you guys clicked to watch me. How is this video going to be useful for you? We're going to look at so many puzzles. Before each one, we're going to see how the players get this Sicilian position. Then I will explain my thought process, how to solve this certain Sicilian position. By the end, you're going to see many typical tactics. This is how you are going to increase your rating. This is how you're going to get better when you play one of the best openings from the black side. Let's begin. I've got many examples to show you. Every puzzle, we take it from the top. A quick flick through until we get to the position. Then I will explain how I think about it. The Sicilian defense begins with e4 and c5. White controls the white square, black controls the dark square. And then in this position, we're going to see the open Sicilian, one of the most popular ways to play. Black defends the center, pawn chain. You open up the center, a capture happens, you hit the center, and then you go a6. This is called the Sicilian Najdorf, one of the best ways to play. Black controls the black squares. This one controls the light squares. You're putting pressure in the center already. Rook g1, white wants to get space now. So e6, a typical move to control the center. Now, before we get to each puzzle, I will explain each move, and then we will get to it very soon. You're ready to castle, you get hit by the pawn, it drops back. You castle, and you get your pieces out on the right, on the queen side. White looks like they are making a lot of progress. Oh my gosh, okay, take. Take, hit the queen. It takes the pawn, and now knight e5, wow. Wow, okay, now I see it. So first question is, you count the material. The first thing to do, is you count queen each, rooks each, and all the pieces on the board. Black is down a pawn, but the other vital thing to talk about is the king safety. Black's is safer, even though there's a rook and a pawn, couple pawns facing you. The vital thing is also whose move is it. Now a queen trade happens, right? Wrong. That's the beauty. When you do puzzles, it's not the predictable move. You don't just recapture the queen like it's nothing. No, you play the unexpected in-between move. This is called an intermezzo. We're going to throw in a check. Why? Because we're not going to take the rook, we're down a queen. We take with check first. When you check your opponent, they have to deal with it first. Now after this move, the king doesn't have a good spot. You shouldn't block with the bishop. Even if you do, you take the rook anyway. Yeah. If you move the king here, you actually take with check. Check. It actually comes back. You're down a rook. So what a really cool sequence, which all began with this unexpected move. Knight f3 check, because white hasn't got their king safe. So this is puzzle number one. Let's keep going. Let me keep explaining how I think about these certain positions, and you can apply it in your own games. You're going to see these typical Sicilian tactics, which is what I mentioned in the intro. Here we go again. e4, c5. You control the dark square. White opens up the center once again. They put the knight in the middle, and then here we go. That's your setup. Bishop comes in. People like to attack f7. This is pointless in my opinion when you get to a higher level. Already a move like e6, you shut out this bishop and you control the fifth rank. All these squares you control along with this one. Stop the bishop coming out. I don't love that move. Let's get to the point. You strike in the center, that is not good. You need to get your king safe right now. This is awful, mate. I really like white's position already, but things go wrong. Take, take. Okay, you hit the knight. Take. I should trade queens. Trade queens, and then White is much better. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Typical tactic. First thing to do, we count queens each, rooks each, knights, bishops each, nothing there, pawns each, 6 pawns each, I think. Who cares? The big difference in this position is king safety. Black is about to be safe, white is already safe, right? Wrong. This is a typical tactic you need to look out for in this opening. Why have I drawn blue arrows in this way? Because the queen will now win the bishop. Queen might go here, normally. It might even win this pawn. Look out for this if there's no bishop here. Here, you just win the bishop on c4. It's hanging. Lose pieces, lose pieces. I think John Bartholomew, I am from America, said that. It's the first time I heard it. You go queen here, you're checking the king, and you pick up the bishop. That is it. You take that. I didn't actually see that, to be honest, but I know there are enough resources in a position like this. The queen hits the rook. You can't move the rook. Backward moves are so difficult. Queen here. X-ray defense on the rook because you're being defended by the knight. So after this transition, you are up a knight. Puzzle number 3. Here we go again from the top. No surprise, guys. One of the best ways to play. We're going to get this set up here. Here we go. Rook g1 again with this stuff. It's one of the best ways to play actually for white. It's called the freak attack. What a name for a chess opening. You want to attack the guy right here, right now. I've played this many times in bullet chess and I've got a good score. You get space now, strike in the center, pressure. Now, by the way, guys, another way to place this bishop is here. Bishop to e6, but today you put it on b7. Hit the knight, take, take. Okay, take. Oh my gosh, what is this? Complicated. Let's get to the point. Oh dear, yuck. So quick evaluation. Queens each, rooks, knights, bishops each, pawns 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. King safety. White's is safer. You're not going to castle that way because you can't. You might castle this way. What is this king doing in the center? Blocked in by all your stuff. And chess is unfair. A very difficult move to see. Backward moves are so hard. This queen looks very well placed, right? This queen looks very well placed, right? Wrong. It's trapped. You might be thinking, what? This queen is right in the black position. Trapped. Now I saw that move, but it was the rook. You're in. You actually pick up the rook unless this happens. And then after this transition, black is winning. You've got an extra queen. You can throw her out. Check, collect, criss-cross. Black is going to be winning. Tough puzzle. So difficult to see. This backward move. And then here. You win. You win the queen unless you lose. You actually lose a bit more. There's a check on the back. He might take. But then black is winning. Black has an extra rook. Let's do a few more. All these puzzles will be from the black side. Just gonna click the black king. Just gonna focus. All right, here we go again. Normal stuff. We've seen it so many times. Strike in the center. Typical move. Bishop out. That's what I mentioned before. Here might not be best because you get hit with the knight. Wasn't played. Okay, we get this situation. Yeah, typical tactic. I've actually played this before in my own games. Central tension actually works out very well for black. If we look at the pawns, 7 each. Queens, rooks each, all the minor pieces on the board, knights and bishops. Now what? Tactic. Typical tactic you need to look out for in your own games. That's why I mentioned in the intro. That's why you're still watching. There's a lot of central tension here. And you might be thinking how to transition, how to take, so it benefits me. You guys might be thinking knight takes, knight, pawn takes, we go on. Bishop takes, pawn takes, we go on. No, we go on, but what? We are now winning because these two are now forkable here. That's it. You just pick up an extra piece. You are now up a knight. We go again. Right from the top, no surprise, we get this kind of position. 1 2, 3. But now, how does white react? Hit the knight. Here we go again. Pawns in the center. 1, 2, 3. Bishop out. Strike in the center. I hate that move because there. Oh, the knight is now very strong. Be careful in these Sicilian positions. Do not push this pawn unless you know what you're doing. The knight actually hops in. No. The knight actually dropped back. The person missed the chance. King out the way because of this nice tactic, actually. Checkmate on g7. So the king actually moves out the way, and here we go. Oops. Captures work out very well in black's favor. Once again, we have 7 pawns each. Everything else is still on the board. 3 minor pieces each. But we need to capture in the right way. Take, take, take. That's it. You just pick up a bishop like it's nothing. And if the bishop takes, you take back with the knight, which might happen. This one. Rotate. Just want to show you it's a normal tactic to win a piece. If you do this, I just pick up with check. I'm defended by the queen. If you take here, you rotate. You actually save your knight. You don't want to take with the queen because now it's level. It comes back, you win. Right, let's do a few more. How many have we done? We've done 5 puzzles. Let's do a few more, and then that's it, guys. I've got things to do. Refresh here. From the top, guys. Dun dun dun. Here. E6 again. Yep, normal moves, guys. How many times we've seen it before? Maybe we haven't seen this one yet. Black gets space on the right. Put the bishop there. Let's go. Normal stuff. You hit the center right here, right now. You hit the knight as well. You put pressure in the center now. Hit the knight. Strike in the center. You take, even better. Okay, you take this one. Very complex. Defend. Top knight. Perfect knight in the center. Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? Oh my gosh, okay. Ah. Whoa, okay. And now double attack. So complicated, this. So, we have queens each. Both kings are safe. 2 bishops and a knight each. But it's so complicated. This is a moment where you've just got to calculate. See who can see further than the other guy. Right. Queen b6. Queen c6 take, and it's important, I think we just take this, because then things are still hanging. You might hit my rook, but I actually take this one, and then take. Now this transition works out very well for black, because you've got a knight and bishop for the rook. This is a great position for black. Okay, puzzle 7 now. How are we doing this? We might just take the queen. Oh, it's a check. Ooh, we're going to take. And now, brilliant move here. We don't take the queen. We actually play this check. Do you remember this amazing move where you need to look out for this tactics in your own games? This dark diagonal actually works out so well for black. When you play this check, you're going to take the queen next. Hang on, have I got it right, or am I talking nonsense? Check, queen there. Hang on. No. Take. No. Take. Then I hit the rook, and then I hit the bishop. Counting exercise. You see, I have to change my mind when I'm talking, because sometimes I'm talking nonsense. So green arrow is move 1, blue arrow is move 2. Take. Then I'm hitting the rook and the bishop, and I win. The rook has to move, and then I take. I am up an extra bishop, something like this. Puzzle 8. Here we go again from the top. Dun dun dun. All good, mate, all good. Hit the knight. Bishop here, like we've said before. White squares, black squares, white squares. Pressure in the center. 1, 2, let's go. We strike in the center now because we can. 1, 2, 3. Another typical motif. Typical move you need to play in the Sicilian. Sometimes you get the chance to play d5. Things come off now. Take. If you take, we can take. Things come off. Bishop c4. Oh dear. Weakness. Kabam. Crisscross. I call this board vision, where you're really using the entire board to see the squares. When you play this check, you actually just pick up the bishop. Check. Take. And you're up a bishop. Let's do 2 more and then I've got things to do. So from the top here we go guys, here we go, nothing new. We block the diagonal as we know. Hit the bishop, why not? It drops back. Hit the knight, yeah, why not? You can even go 1-2 like this, which we've seen before. You take the center. Oh, whoa, so complicated. Hit, oh, wow. Wow, this is impressive. Okay, well, let's get to the point of this video. Queen here, just like we saw in the last puzzle. Okay, we keep going. Hit both. Right tactic coming pretty soon. What's happening here? What is happening here? Right. Mate. Not here. Queenware. Queenware, guys. I'll give you 5 seconds. Can you see a brilliant spot where you move the queen and you're going to threaten mate? Queen here. Because when you play this move, you can't stop mate unless you play this and then I take the bishop, which might happen. And then I've just picked up an extra bishop, the king moves, I can castle, I'm safe. Let's do 2 more, that's it. We saw this before, so I'm just going to test your memory or just work out now. We saw this exact tactic a few puzzles ago. You guys have 5 seconds. Now's your chance, pause the video to have a go, or I'm going to show you anyway. These 2 pieces are forkable, so if we take, we just win. We just win the knight. 1 more. What's this? Are we just taking here? But then there could be a flick, maybe a3. That bishop looks like it's hanging. So from the top, and then that's it, guys. I've got to do something else. Here, hit the center. Right, we come in. Yep, looks good. All normal. Yep, looks good. We see on the previous move, the person wanted to win the bishop anyway. I would actually play this and then maybe take. That's one choice. Dun, 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 let's go. Okay. Oh, the person missed it. Oh dear. Right, now we can take. The reason is we can take with check. So that might happen. Yeah, we take with check and then we come back. We are just in time. Yeah, there's no spot for the queen. Oh my gosh. No spot for the queen to defend the rook. We go check. And when this happens, white has back rank mate. Except you don't. You bring the queen back just in time. You can play that, doesn't matter. I know I've got that extra square. It's the only square. Stop the dude coming in. We are done. Top corner. Let's have a look. We have just done 11 puzzles. That's fine. Put in the work, put in the reps. You prove to yourself you are a decent Sicilian player. Now the final thing I want to do, top corner, Lichess. Can you go to puzzle dashboard? You can all have a go. Go to openings here. And you can see Sicilian defense, 123,000. Make it specific. I clicked on Najdorf, which is here. On the right, 7,400. Click on that and then have a go yourself. Let me know. Did you find this tactical video useful? Please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.